here with Robert Keeley, and today we're checking out the Super Rodent. Super Rodent? What is that?
The Super Rodent. Think about the Super Overdrive from Boss, SD1, and the Proco Rat.
Tasty.
Tasty.
When I heard about this one, I was really excited.
Yeah. There's so many fun things about this one,
Yeah.
because in picking out these two pedals, I was playing with some of the ideas on which ones stacked together well.
Sure.
Frequently, you'll see people stack an SD1 and a Rat together.
Sure, sure.
Knowing the whole time that you can't stack those two pedals in my design. So there was that added little twist, like no, you can't do that with my pedal. But you can get new sounds that you couldn't get by stacking.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yep, we put the SD1 in here, which is kind of like the full drive too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a hot rodded tube screamer.
Yep.
And then the legendary Proco Rat
Yeah.
down below.
Yeah.
So that gave us our soft clipping and our hard clipping. So we had two different drive sections that people can use now.
Right, right.
That's one of the requirements kind of in this 4-in-1 series is to give people legitimate changes.
Right,
you
to
know?
where it is actual changes, not just like a tweak or whatever. It's like, this is completely different. I tell you, all the tone stacks and all of these sound completely different.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It really is awesome, man.
It's the best kind
astounding.
of mod, really,
Yeah.
because a mod might move a component or two, maybe
Right.
three,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
But this is swapping out, entire sections.
Yeah, exactly. Well, okay, all right. So let's hear a little bypass tone here on our Keeley Supro amp.
The 1968
Yeah.
arcade. Here's our
Cool.
classic SD1 then.
There
Killer
it is,
sound.
man. There it
Yep.
is.
And then the Rat. Isn't that great?
That's great, man.
So they actually
good.
make a great pair too. So back to the SD1 for just a second. Yep,
Yeah.
it has the characteristics of the soft clipping. It's smoother.
Right.
This is a little edgier. But what if you added an active tone control to it and you wanted some more bass with that, some more girth? Then flip this up.
Woo!
Yeah.
Man.
Exactly.
Woo! Golly, man, dude,
That was great playing.
Well, thanks, man. That makes the high stuff really juicy. I mean,
it was so fun.
Really juicy. Wow.
Isn't that great?
Nice.
Those are some
Nice.
of the great unexpected results, though.
Yeah.
When you're moving, this had its own tone control. The
Right.
TS9 has its own tone control. This one was quite a bit of a difference because the SD1 is active and the filter on the Rat is passive. So that was the first time in this series that we encountered that difference.
Yeah. I was going to say it's interesting because just in general about distortion pedals, we know that a lot of them share a lot of the same sort of concept and sort of the same thing, but it's really in the details is where things get wildly different. So when you start combining these things and you want to capture all those characters, it's like, wait a minute, how do we grab that detail over here and how do we, it's just, wow, what a puzzle, man.
That is what's fun about this 4-in-1 series is that the way distortion and overdrive pedals are typically built, almost all of them are built this way, is that the drive section or the clipping section comes first.
Yeah.
And then you refine the tone and the high frequency content after that. Because distorting things actually causes a lot of high frequency content to be generated.
Yeah.
So that's why the tone control's kind of after that.
That's classic, man.
That's with a typical SD1 active tone control.
Yeah.
It's a low pass filter, an adjustable low pass filter.
Right.
But if you put if you put it to the rat sound, that is a filter, just a simple RC filter, and it has a much different kind of. There's with the there's with the SD1 tone control, and then with the rat filter control.
Wow, man.
What a different sound, huh?
Boy, sure as it drives the amp a completely different way.
It does.
Completely different.
It does.
Interesting, man. Yeah, and it's funny because, like, when you obviously with guitar's mid-range based, right? You know, so anytime you start screwing around with the mid-range, you know, you're going to lose volume. It seems like on all these pedals, like unity gain is pretty close to the center, so you got a lot of ways to work either direction if you want to drive the amp harder or not as hard, or you want this circuit louder or whatever. Man.
Exactly.
Cool.
So sometimes when the sound might be a little bit more mid-range forward, that's usually an indication to me that, hey, I could probably push my amp with that and get a lot of sustain if I just use the level more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's cool. Wow, what a great sound, man. 4 sounds right there. Killing it.